In a certain animal, brown eyes are dominant and blue eyes are recessive. A heterozygote is mated with a blue-eyed animal. So you may have noticed here that they didn't give us letters. That can throw a lot of students off. But the important thing to remember is that the letters aren't really what's important. It's being able to predict the offspring. So we can just make up the letters. So since brown eyes are dominant, why don't we just use a capital B for brown eyes? And blue eyes are recessive, so let's just use a lowercase b for blue eyes. And now we can figure everything out. The only thing that's really important is that you use a capital letter for the dominant and the lowercase letter for the recessive. You don't really even have to use the same letters, but by using capital and lowercase, you'll keep yourself from getting confused later on, since we always use a capital for dominant and a lowercase for recessive. So looking at our genotypes, we have a heterozygote that's been mated with a blue-eyed animal. So the heterozygote, that would be big B, little b, mated with a blue-eyed animal. So that blue-eyed animal has the recessive trait. In order to actually express the recessive trait, you have to be homozygous recessive. So that would make that animal little b, little b. And now we're ready to make our Punnett square. So I put my genotypes across the top and down the side, and then I fill it in. Alright, and looking at our questions, what fraction of offspring will have blue eyes? Well, remember, blue eyes is the recessive trait. In order to have blue eyes, you have to be homozygous recessive. And so 2 of my 4 boxes show offspring with that homozygous recessive trait. And so 2 of the 4 is 1/2 of the offspring. So half of my offspring are predicted to have blue eyes. What percentage of the offspring will be heterozygotes? Well, those are the other 2 boxes. Those show offspring predicted to have a heterozygote genotype. And so since I'm looking for a percentage here instead of a half, I'll write 50%.